Once upon a time, in an ancient kingdom of the Idoma people of Benue State, Nigeria, there lived a family who longed for a miracle. They had 7 sons already, but this time they hoped for a daughter. Their mother, heavily pregnant, smiled with joy. Their father held her hand with hope. The 7 sons ran around in excitement, clapping and talking about their little sister. The family had already bought baby dresses, pink wrappers, and tiny sandals. But fate had a different plan. The day came. The mother, full of anticipation, was led gently into the delivery hut by the midwife. The father kissed her forehead and whispered, "You are strong. You will bring our princess safely." After hours of painful labor, the cry of a baby filled the hut. It was a boy. The mother, weak but smiling, held him close, at first thinking she was simply glad he was alive. But then, her smile faded. She looked into the baby's eyes and saw the truth. It was not a girl. It was yet another boy. Her heart sank. Tears welled up. And then, without warning, she clutched her chest. The midwife screamed. The father rushed in, but it was too late. The woman, still holding her newborn son, breathed her last in sorrow and disappointment. The midwife handed the baby to the father, but the man stepped back, face twisted in pain and fury. Tears ran down his face. This child took my wife," he whispered. He turned away, rejecting the baby completely. From that day, he told his 7 sons, "Do not love this boy. He is the reason your mother is gone." And so they hated him, though he had done nothing wrong. The father brought in a young servant girl named Aima. She was kind, quiet, and deeply rooted in the fear of God. Though the man paid her only a little, she took the baby in her arms with love. She named him Davido. Davido grew up in a small hut at the back of the compound. He never knew the father was his father. He never knew the 7 boys were his brothers. To him, only Auntie Aima existed. She fed him, clothed him in second-hand rags, and taught him how to pray. Under a big tree near their hut, she read Bible stories to him. She told him about God, about David and Goliath, and about forgiveness. She became his entire world. One day, when Davido was about 12, he sat with Aima and asked, "Auntie, who is that old man in the big house? And who are those boys that never talk to me?" Aima's eyes filled with tears. "Not today," she whispered. "But I'll tell you one day, my son." A year passed. Aima fell terribly sick. Davido ran to the big house and cried to the master, "Please, sir, my auntie is very sick. Please take her to the hospital." But the man stared at him coldly. "Get out of my sight," he growled. That night, Aima called Davido to her side. "My son, you deserve the truth." She held his hand weakly. "That man is your father. Those boys, they are your brothers." Davido gasped. "They hate you because they believe you killed your mother. Hey, but it is not your fault. Forgive them, Davido, no matter what. God is with you." After several days of Davido's mourning over Auntie Aima's death, he decided to confront his father. One day, Davido gathered his courage. He went to the master's house. "I know the truth," he said. "You are my father, and those boys, they are my brothers. But why do you all hate me? Did I give birth to myself? Component placement, is it not the Almighty God that puts a child, male or female, in their mother's womb? Or am I God that determines what is to be born in a family? And to you, my brothers, don't I look like you? Why should you hate me with such cruel hatred? Don't you have the fear of God and you? I am the last born of this family, and you all agreed to treat me as your worst enemy, even from when I was newborn baby. Is it good?" The father screamed in rage, and the brothers threw Davido out of the house. Later that night, the brothers gathered with their father. "He's growing bold," the eldest son said. "Let's send him to the bush, so that it will be said that a wild animal has killed him, so that we will have nothing to do with his death." But another of the brothers said, "It will not be fair on us to kill him, because indeed he is actually our baby brother. Even though we hold him responsible for our mother's death, we should not be the one to get rid of him. Instead, let us build him a hut, give him goats and a small farm plot. Let him fend for himself. With that, people will see us with a good eye that we set him up, so that no guilt will come upon our conscience in our eyes or in the eyes of the other people." But the seventh son now asked, "Can a newborn baby be able to kill his own mother? Is it not the same way mommy gave birth to us, that she also gave birth to him? And he is also a son of our father. I'm beginning to think what we are doing is not really good. But it's all up to you." The father nodded in approval of what his other son just said. And then he finalized, saying, "Let him go. Let us not see him again unless I call for him." And so Davido was cast out. He was given a small hut, some goats, and seeds to farm. He walked alone into the wilderness, banished by the people meant to love him. But as he stood on the hilltop that evening, watching the sunset, Davido whispered to the sky, "Auntie Aima, I will not hate them. I will be strong and I will rise." His journey had just begun.